You were not long in Paris, Senor Romero?
No, just the weekend.
Don't worry, Senor. We won't tell your wife.
Senor Romero. Senor Romero. Welcome home, Senor. I wish we could all have turned out to greet you, but you understand. I am Manuel Vega. This is Pedro Cordoba. Shall we go?
When you are on the losing side in a civil war, it is better to try and forget old comrades. I may have known him well, but it was such a long, long time ago.
Things are on the move here. We're fighting back, you will see.
No. I've had enough excitement. I'm an old man. I have come home to die. Where are you taking me?
To your son's home.
But he lives on the Lietana.
No, Jose has moved to one of these new blocks. The Apartamento San Pedro. This is it. You'll find him on the first floor, number 18. Senor Torres.
I'm sorry. You must be mistaken. My name is Romero. Juan Romero.
I don't think so. You are too modest, Senor Torres. You should not shelter behind a false name. Why, you are an important man. Even our president has said how much he wants you to come back. Many of us have wanted to see you again.
A journalist?
Yes.
A friendly one?
Impartial, I hope.
I hope so, too. This is a Christian country, but we do not love our enemies. Please remember that. How long will you be staying, Mr. Drake?
Not after Wednesday. Thank you.
With passengers arriving from London, please pass through customs control. Thank you.
What do you think you're doing?
I was just repairing the telephone, sir. I shall not be long.
That's no part of a telephone.
Oh, this? Oh, si, senor. This is the most important part.
That's a bug, my friend.
The bug?
Yes, a bug, and you planted it under that table.
You had only just gone out. How was I to know you were coming back so soon?
Supposing I was to break your neck.
Please, let us not resort to physical violence.
All right. I promise to keep my temper if you put the gun away.
Gracias, senor. Let us behave like civilized gentlemen.
You haven't been.
Right. These? Oh, gracias, senor.
You've been following me.
You did not see me.
All the way from the airport.
Oh, no.
Now, understand this clearly. I am not without friends in this town. If you don't stop following me and planting these bugs in my room, I will personally arrange to have your throat cut.
But you cannot do that.
Why not?
I have a family.
What's that got to do with it?
Look. Yes, there it is, my wife and the little ones. There's another one. That's Margarita there. I took this one myself.
Very nice.
Yes, but you don't understand. If I am killed, what will they do? You do not think that I save money from this business.
I'm sorry, Mr.
Santos. Fortunato Santos.
How do you do, Mr. Santos?
It is a honor to meet you, sir.
Oh, now, if you just keep out of my way, then everything will be all right.
I cannot do that, sir. I have to put in my report twice every day, and the tapes, or I will lose my job.
Well, in that case, why don't you just tell them that you've quit?
I cannot do that, sir. You see, my wife is in hospital.
What's that got to do with it?
Last night I could find no one. I had to stay at home myself when I should have been out on a job. My previous client, he disappeared. He's not been seen since. One more time, I'm out. Finito.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I promise not to disappear, and every day I'll give you a report of everything I've done, and then you can stay at home and be with the children. How's that?
No, it wouldn't do. It would be most irregular. Besides, they would find out.
What do you suggest?
So very difficult. You will have to let me leave this here. I must give them the tapes.
Could be very embarrassing.
I will not listen.
You just run along and we'll talk about this another time. Oh, good. Put them over there, would you please?
Si, senor.
Mr. Drake.
Yes?
Forgive me for coming up unannounced.
Oh, good evening, Sir Duncan.
Good evening. Your telephone seems to be out
Yes,
of order.
they're just fixing it now.
I think you will find it will work now, sir.
It will it? Thank you.
One is like this.
Good night. May I offer you a drink?
Look, Drake, there's been a change of plan. I'm more pressed for time than I thought. I have to pay another call on my way to this reception. Someone who might interest you, as a matter of fact. Would you care to come along? We could have our talk in my car.
I'll be with you in a moment, sir. That wretched plane was late. I still haven't unpacked. After all my years as a journalist, I still haven't been able to make a decent job of living out of a suitcase. Oh, before we go, there's something I know will interest you. Where is it now? I'll read it to you. It won't take long. It's a piece from last Sunday's Globe, which I think you'll agree exactly sums up the situation. Under the system of proportional representation on which it proposed to hold elections in British Guiana, there is no doubt that whatever the result, there will be brought about a situation of unique interest to the students of political theory. Is there any special line I should take with General Ventura?
Well, don't forget that he's Minister of Justice.
Does that mean that he can reprieve Torres?
Oh, no. Only the President can do that. But if Van Horn and I can persuade Ventura to recommend a reprieve, then the President may very well grant it.
Van Horn? The Americans in on this?
Oh, yes, from the start.
Good evening, Sir Duncan. I'll let the General know you are here.
Thank you. This is Mr. Drake of Federated Press, Mr. Van Horn.
Glad to know you, Mr. Drake.
How do you do, sir?
This is my assistant, Mr. James Kemp.
Mr. Kemp.
Walter, I've jotted down a few pointers since we last met. I've got a copy for you here.
Oh, thank you. You've just arrived in this country, Mr. Drake?
Yes, this morning.
I've been here 2 months.
Oh, since Torres' arrest?
Right.
Perhaps you'll be able to put me in the picture.
Maybe.
The General will see you now, gentlemen.
Thank you. Mr. Drake?
No, I will wait here, sir.
But I thought...
We'll give you more room to maneuver.
Well, John, it's a long time.
Cairo, wasn't it? Why don't we work together this time?
I'll make a change.
Cards on the table?
You haven't got any.
I could help you to play your hand.
I don't like kibitzers.
We've only got till Wednesday.
Will you take orders?
I'm open to suggestions.
Well, maybe we'll get along.
The whole of the free world joins in condemning this execution.
The communist world, too.
Maybe, but that is not the point.
Mr. Minister, you must consider the pressure of public opinion.
We are a sovereign state. This is purely an internal matter. We do not accept advice or interference from outsiders.
Let me put it to you bluntly, General. If your government executes Raymond Torres, then the negotiations to admit your country into NATO will break down completely.
I fail to see how the execution of a criminal can affect NATO's need for missile bases.
If your country becomes a member of NATO, certain economic benefits will follow.
No, we cannot forget the affair at Castelevara. He's a cold-blooded assassin.
But your civil war was 25 years ago.
We are not prepared to barter our national honor for a supply of washing machines. We do not accept advice or interference.
How's it going in there?
Your people are wasting their time here. The minister will not be persuaded. Never. Well, you heard what he said. We're wasting our time here.
Right.
What say we find a nice, quiet place for a drink and really get down to business?
Right.
Tres, dos iguales, pero hoy. Tres, dos iguales, pero hoy.
Sure, it was right at the end of the Civil War. So Raymond Torres was an area commander. There was some kind of local uprising, a place called Castelevara. Well, he ordered hostages to be shot, important ones. Well, that did it. The price was put on his head. Overnight, he became a national ogre, or hero, according to which side you're on.
He was lucky to get away. I wonder what persuaded him to come back.
Well, that's a bit of a mystery. He came in under false papers, we know that. There is some tale of him wanting to die in his own land. If we don't watch out, he'll get his wish. But whether he made the first move or whether he was invited doesn't really concern us. He's here.
Well, I think we should be concerned. We don't know which way he's
Now, look,
going.
John, it's all set up. I'm working to a brief. You come in or stay out. It's up to you.
I'm working to a brief, too. What's yours?
Any means, including violence.
Practically the same as mine. Any means excluding violence. What's your plan?
A snatch. We break into the prison, rescue Torres, and hand him over to the other side. They can have the credit.
Who's going to do that? The Marines?
When the Civil War ended, the Republicans went underground. I'm in contact with the movement. They'll give me all the men I want. Torres is still the big hero. They'll do the dirty work. We'll keep our hands clean. Everybody's happy.
I don't like it.
Why?
These private battles are liable to get out of hand.
If they move quickly and do what they're told, nobody need get hurt.
And if anything goes wrong, it could turn into a full-scale war.
You got a better idea?
I'd like to meet these Republican friends of yours.
Okay, let's go. That's our man, Del Ferro.
Who is this?
A friend.
A friend with words? A friend with money? A friend with a gun?
A useful friend.
The police are getting very active. I think they know an attempt will be made.
They know.
Well, they've doubled the guards at the prison.
Well, that won't stop us.
It might stop some of us.
You want to back out?
Ramon's life is more important than ours.
All the same.
See? Maite?
Maite? Sì. Ti think che lei è stato un venditore di lotteria?
They say you were followed. Did you see a lottery ticket seller?
Yes, the blind man in front of the restaurant.
Is that him?
Yeah, that's him.
Quieto! Déjame! Déjame!
¡No! Traidor, asqueroso, sinvergüenza. Te quemaré los ojos. Anda, llévalo fuera. Ya acabaré con él después. Are you an American?
British.
Why should we trust him?
You trust me?
You have given proof.
Well, try him.
Bueno, come with me.
No, 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 por favor.
Anda fuera.
Por favor.
Take care of him.
No. Just a minute.
Give us proof.
Not that way.
He said you were our friend.
Yes.
Well, then this police pimp is his enemy.
He's nothing to do with me. I am here to help Ramon Torres, and that is all.
I do not think he is a friend. No lo dejen salir.
Come on, now, let him go.
He knows too much.
He won't talk.
How can I be sure?
You had better put the guns away. Police?
Don't move.
Signore!
Policía.
La Plaza Mayor.
Sí.
Sí, está aquí abajo, todo recto. ¿Usted es inglés?
Sí,
Sí, señor, es por aquí abajo.
Voy...
Nosotros vamos para allá ahora. Sí,
Mi amigo. Señor!
Oh,
Very nice. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Good night.
Buenas noches.
Yes, this is mi amigo.
Mire, buenas noches.
Oh, it's you. Good evening.
Good evening. May I come in?
Please do.
I hope my visiting you at this hour is not an inconvenience.
A visit from you at any hour could never be an inconvenience. Would you sit down? Now, what can I do for you?
You are a very lucky man, Mr. Drake.
Am I?
Mr. Kemp tells us you are reliable, but...
You don't think so?
we do not intend to take any chances. I have some questions to ask you.
Oh, nice ones, I hope.
You are a foreigner here. What do you hope to achieve?
Well, I didn't offer you a drink, did I?
You would be wise to be frank. The point I make is, we have friends everywhere. We will know exactly what you do.
And you don't want me to do anything that you wouldn't like. What are you drinking, Miss...
My name is Maite.
Maite? I can offer you some brandy or some wine.
A glass of wine, please.
Glass of wine. You know, you frighten me, Maite.
You are wise to be frightened. Why did you not join us in our plan to rescue Ramon Torres?
Because I don't think that there was any plan to rescue him. I think that you're stringing Kemp along.
Stringing him along?
Fooling him.
Why should we do that?
To keep him quiet, and at the last moment you pull out when it's too late for him to make alternative plans to rescue Torres.
I do not understand you.
Oh, yes, you do. Friends met Torres at the airport and took him to some apartments where he was supposed to see his son. His son has never lived there. As soon as he arrived at the apartments, the police arrested him.
Yes, it was a police trap.
Oh, yes, it was a trap, all right, but who set it? The police or his friends? Now, if it was friends, are those friends of his also friends of yours?
Do you think we are informers?
Since his trial, Ramon Torres has attracted more attention to your cause than anything else for years. What a pity it should end. Why save him? Why not let him die a martyr and cash in on that, too?
It is a horrible idea. You cannot believe it.
Why not?
To every one of us, Ramon was a great man, a hero. We were brought up on these stories of his exploits. He was a fable. Do you think that we would betray him? Oh, you disgust me.
I may be wrong. If I am, I apologize.
You are.
Not that I hold any brief for Torres. He murdered hostages, did he not?
Only because the enemy had done it first. General Ventura himself murdered...
Let's not fight the whole Civil War all over again.
But it is so unjust. Ramon only executed those swaggering soldiers in retaliation after General Ventura with his own hand had shot defenseless men and women. And now, Torres is a criminal and General Ventura is Minister of Justice.
Just a minute. Are you serious about Ventura killing hostages?
I am always serious.
Can you prove it?
I saw it.
You weren't born then.
But I saw a film of it, taken at the time.
What kind of film?
It was years ago. I was just a child. It was horrible.
Where did you see it?
A friend of my mother's, he took it. A photographer, he showed it to us.
And you mean to say that it shows Ventura clearly enough on the screen to be recognized?
Oh, yes.
This photographer, is he still about?
Yes, he works at the Goya Cinema. You know, projection, is it?
Yes.
Buenas tardes, señor Bisbal.
¿Y tú, quién eres, guapa?
Maite Sánchez.
Maite, ese es Maite Sánchez. ¿Cómo has crecido? ¿Quién es este señor?
Es un inglés, el señor Drake.
Hi, Mr. Drake.
How do you do?
You know this little girl's mother?
No.
Ah, que piccerino. Well, what can I do for you, Mr. Drake?
Well,
Mr. Drake is a journalist. He is interested in Ramon Torres.
Ramon Torres? Ah, que hombre. What a guy.
Yes, what a guy.
Well, how can I help you?
You once showed me a film of the Castelevara atrocity.
¿No habrás dicho lo de la película?
¿Por qué no? ¿Quién la idea?
¿Estás loca? ¿Quieres que pase el resto de mi vida en la cárcel?
Pero es nuestro.
Ven. Micah tells me that you're a good guy.
I try to be.
We all try to be, only some of us succeed less than others. I still got that little bit of film I showed Maite. I saved it for many years now. I always say to myself, Carlos, one day the world will know the truth about the Castelevara affair. Maite tells me that you're in a position to get world cover.
May I see the film?
You'll see it. You'll see it.
Where did you get it?
It was all my own work, as they say, huh? I'm a cameraman. Un cameraman muy conocido. You know Hollywood, senor? That was Hollywood. I was a hotshot then, as they say. And then the sound came and they put us into glass-fronted boxes. Oh, it was soulless. So I went home to make big films here. Spectaculars, as they say. Then the revolution came. I went to war with my camera. For the government, of course.
Yes, of course.
It was Friday, September 10th. I was in Castelevara, and one morning we woke up, and the town was surrounded. General Ventura, he marched in, set up headquarters at the town hall. Some of the men of the town, they got on their roofs and they knocked off some of their polish. The general, was he mad? That morning he had them take 50 civilian hostages. I was at the cafe and they arrested me. Your number's up, my friend, I said to myself. They took me to the town hall, straight into the general's. You're Carlos Bisbal, the cameraman, he said. He'd heard of me. I was famous. You're on the wrong side, he said. Well, let's talk about that now. I'll teach you civilians to snipe at my men. You go to the big square behind the hospital. Take your camera. I want pictures. Next morning, the town was surrounded again. This time by the Republicans. Ramon Torres, he marched to the head of the column. Ramon, come to the church. This is no time for church, he said, my friend. I got some fighting to do first. But he came, and he saw him lying there. Husbands, and sons, and fathers. Where is Ventura? He cried, I'll have his tongue, I'll tear his heart out alive. And Ventura, he had gone in the night. Only his staff was there, all those pretty boys, with their gold and their polish. He took them and set them against the wall. It was never forgiven, never will be, because these young gentlemen were of our oldest families.
But you will see. If Ramon Torres is a murderer, then General Ventura is. But you will see. Senor Bisbal will take care of you. I must go.
Give my love to your beautiful mother. Well, the show will be over in about 15 or 16 minutes. Then you will see the truth of what happened that day at Castelevara.
Maite.
All right. It won't work, senor. We must find some other way into the block.
No, there is no other way. If you've gone cold on it, then tell me and I'll make other plans.
No, we are in this together.
Well, Maite, what did Mr. Kemp's glass have to say for himself?
He is okay. We can trust him. But your friend has some very strange ideas, Mr. Kemp. But I put him right, I think.
What ideas?
That we did not intend to rescue Ramo, that we want him to die.
What else?
He thought that Ramo was a bad guy.
So you put him right?
I took him to see old Bisbal at the Goya. He is going to show him what really happened at Castelevara.
How is that?
He has a film of Ventura shooting the hostages.
Is there still a copy of that film? I saw it once.
General Ventura shooting hostages.
Of course.
Well, then what are we worrying about this for? We use that film right, we can buy Ramon's freedom.
Is that all?
Is enough?
Yes, please. The negative?
See, negative.
I'll want that.
We'll make good use of it.
Don't worry.
See, in the foreground, that's Ventura, our Minister of Justice.
¿Por qué está enseñando esa película al inglés?
Usted, ¿quién es? ¿Qué quiere?
Somos buenos republicanos.
Entonces somos amigos. Este inglés va a enseñarle a todo el mundo. Todos sabrán qué clase de hombre es el general Ventura.
No la enseñará a nadie. Tráigame la película.
¿Qué derecho tiene? ¿Qué hace? ¿Qué pasa, hombre?
¿Dónde está el negativo?
No hay.
¿Dónde está el negativo?
No hay negativo.
¿Usted quiere que le rompa el cuello? ¿Dónde está el negativo? What do you want?
Leave him alone. He hasn't got the negative. I've asked him already. The film was made years ago. It's lost.
I see. After you, Mr. Drake.
Well, I'm glad I was of assistance to you gentlemen in finding the film. Don't worry about the negative. I should think one copy will be perfectly adequate for your cause.
You are not coming with us?
No, I just thought I'd stay here, help Carlos to shut up shop, and then...
I would like to have a talk with you.
Would you? Yes, tomorrow morning?
Tonight.
All right, if you insist.
You are most kind. Lleva ese al coche. It is a cold night. Did you not have a coat?
Oh, it's all right. Don't worry about me.
Su abrigo está aquí. He says there is a coat where you were sitting.
Hmm?
Tráigamelo.
Oh, yes, that's right. I'll get it myself.
¡Se ha ido! Es igual. ¿Policía?
Señor Bisbal?
Estoy aquí.
What's going on?
Who are you?
This is Mr. Kemp, a friend of the English. What has happened to you?
They beat me. And they took the film.
Why?
It appears that they do not want the world to see it.
And Senor Drake was right. They do not want Ramon to live. They would prefer him dead. A martyr. How can they be so stupid? So heartless.
Well, but the English, he got away, and he took the negative. And then one of them, he went to that phone and called the police. Collect John Drake, he said. He's got a roll of stolen film, which might be a big headache for the government.
A rat.
Drake? Yes?
Kemp, I'm at the cinema. My friend Farrow was ratted to the police.
What's he told them?
They know you have the film.
Hold on a minute. They just pulled up outside. I'm on my way. Contact me at Sir Duncan's.
Drake!
Good evening, Sir Duncan.
What is it?
The police are after me.
The police?
They'll be here any minute.
What in heaven's name have you been doing?
That is what they're looking for. Keep it in a safe place.
What is it?
A sure and certain reprieve for Ramon Torres. If what's on that film ever becomes public property, General Ventura is finished here. In fact, I would say that he's...
No, not so fast, Drake. Two wrongs don't make a right, you know. I'm a senior member of the diplomatic corps. Torres or no Torres, if you think that Her Majesty's government is going to be party to criminal blackmail by the use of sordid pornographic evidence...
Oh, just a minute, Sir Duncan. It's...
A thousand apologies for disturbing you, Sir Duncan. I believe you have a Mr. Drake here.
Yes.
May I have a word with him?
Yes, of course. Won't you come in, Colonel Monk?
Mr. Drake, this is a very embarrassing situation. When a national of a friendly power seeks to act in an unfriendly manner, what are we to think?
Oh, forget all about it.
No, that will not be possible. You have a roll of film, Mr. Drake.
Roll of film?
Would this be it, Colonel?
Without doubt, Sir Duncan. Thank you.
I'm sorry about this. Drake here is a splendid chap, I assure you. It's just that his crusading zeal as a journalist...
Of course, we understand. It's only the Minister of Justice who's particularly interested in this.
Oh, say no more. Let sleeping dogs lie, eh? There's far too much of this sort of thing nowadays. Even my own government, not so long ago...
Precisely. Now, if you will allow us to deprive you of Mr. Drake's company, you'll come with us.
Good night, Sir Duncan.
Good night.
And thank you very much. Thank you.
Mr. Kemp.
May I come in?
Yes.
I waited till they'd left. Drake told me he'd be here. Can I have the film, please, Sir Duncan?
No, you can't.
But I have to get it to the airport right away.
I've given it to Colonel Montez.
You what? What did you do that for?
Because I will not have Her Majesty's government mixed up in this sort of affair.
But this is General Ventura. What was this film? How did you intend to use it? Mr. Drake, you have missed your last flight to London. We will put you on the first flight in the morning.
Hello, Drake. I made it just in time.
Ah, good. Good evening, Mr. Kemp. What was it you were just in time for?
Oh, forgive me. I didn't know you were here.
No. Well, perhaps you would not have come, huh?
Well, I'll say goodnight to you, boys.
No, just a moment. You are forgetting the envelope. This is addressed to Mr. Drake.
It's nothing. It's just a receipt.
A receipt, huh? May I open it?
Be my guest.
Thank you.
It's an airline dispatch receipt. But this is for a roll of film.
Yes, that's right. I had the negative, he had the positive.
Control? Control? Oiga, el vuelo para Londres. ¿A salida?
Too late, I'm afraid, Colonel. The plane is halfway to London. And now I think you can take me to General Ventura. I'm sure he'd like a little chat when he knows what was in that film.
What is the deal?
The reprieve of Ramon Torres.
The machinery of law cannot be changed. Even Sir Duncan has begun to realize that.
Well, perhaps you could have a word with your president or something of that sort.
He would never allow it to be thought that he had given way to pressure of foreign opinion.
So, you're looking forward to be made a public disgrace of? A scapegoat?
Of course not. But the reprieve is just not possible.
Then you'll have to find some other way.
What do you suggest?
It's your problem.
There have sometimes been escapes from the prison at Santa Cristina.
It's time there was another.
Would have to be convincing.
Could be stage managed. I don't want a scandal any more than you do.
And what guarantee do I have that you will return the film to me?
I can't leave the country without your permission, can I?
When?
Tomorrow night. Well, they're playing the Pastoral and the Brahms Fourth. Allow about an hour 35 and a couple of minutes for the applause.
Prisoners applaud?
Well, they say they're aficionados.
I'll be back here just before 10.
Okay. I'm on.
¿Nadie más?
No.
Quiero hablar con el prisionero Ramón Torres, que le traiga a la sala de entrevista enseguida.
Sí, señor.
Espérame aquí.
casa esta rouva.
You're late.
His lordship was held up at the tailor's.
This way, sir. Good evening, my lord.
That's mine. His lordship's.
Come back soon, my lord.